think? How you guys doing this grand morning? We're doing pretty good over here myself, no complaints. It was a long road trip and we're doing okay now. But woo, we had some interesting things. So today we're going to talk a bit more on this simulation, what we can do to shake it and get out of it, not be stuck in it, you know. We're going to start by recognizing the simulation in the first place. First of all, it's really important to get to the place where we start by naming it clearly, you know, recognizing what's really there, realizing that this world is no more real than your PlayStation or your Xbox or your Oculus VR machines. Just like the VR headset fools your eyes, this system fools your mind. And emotions are these data points, in a game, and so they can be hacked. And so, of course, things will try to poke and rise, but you don't have to let them. That's the secret right there. See, you don't have to let the news disturb you. Just don't watch it. It's nothing more than an illusion of lies, or the calendar, or the clock, or the paycheck. It's all nothing more than script. Imagine life is like a VR. And now imagine you took it off for a moment, but you remembered in that moment who you really were. I mean, the moment that's awakening. I mean, you're not your name, and you're definitely not your trauma, even though we seem to think about it and act like it is, and you're not your birth, and you're not your birth certificate, and you're the player behind the player. So why not be the observer, or even better, the architect of the entire game? Why allow such narrative? Let's hit reset, But let's get into the practical. Let's look at the spiritual tech, that people can use right now in the chaotic moments is helping us exit this program. So when you feel triggered or afraid, which, it happens, trust me, even I get it to this day, but say in your mind for a moment, I am watching my avatar react. I am not my avatar. This is not even me. This is nothing more than my avatar doing a script at this moment. And just like when you're losing the game, you don't throw the controller. You breathe for a moment, and you rest, and you play better. Have this be your mantra. This is nothing more than a program, and I am present. I am now. The name of the game is hit reset. Now, that's what the real secret is. Hit that reset, and Alt Control Delete all that other stuff, and rewrite yourself a new narrative. So when you're stuck in drama, when you're stuck in pain or pressure, speak your name out loud. You're calling a video game a character back. Remember, yo, hey, don't have to play it this way. You can go, yo, Ariel, exit the game. This shocks the mind and reminds it subconsciously that you are the observer, not the character, not the first-person player. That you get to stop it where it's at. Like Smokey says, I'm in a lucid dream on command, but it's a weird process. True. Very strange and hard one on top of it. So, the other thing is close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Visualize your reality as a program of pixels. And now say, I no longer consent to this version of reality. Run a new code now. It shifts. You gotta remember, you are much more than what you give yourself credit for. And what this does is it activates the sovereignty, and it dissolves the consent-based illusion. So if someone is trying to trigger you, see them as a glitchy character in the game. They can't hurt the player unless you give them permission or control to. And you know what's amazing? I got to experience that. Now, we all know that sometimes in the South we can hear of crazy, crooked, insane officers that maybe should maybe not be doing their job. And maybe they do some things that are not good, not even really what we're supposed to do. So I experienced one of those circumstances where everything they even wrote down was nothing more than lies. The experiences was so insane that it even broke Aboriginal freedom rights. Beyond. Like I'm talking about sacred things. Somebody's gonna be in some trouble. You don't want to mess with sacred things. But the thing is this. There was a moment where I was allowing myself to be swallowed into fear. But then I reminded myself who the player was. And everything just changed. Complete. People who had nothing to do with the scene made sure they stayed, made sure we were safe, and made sure nothing went even more crazy. Everything was like a beautiful shift beyond. See, that's the thing. It's not like the Matrix isn't gonna hand you some chaos, because it will. But we get to shake it. Like I can't move at this. So the question to ask you, Smokey, is what's the dream? And what is reality? Because remember, even this right here it's an illusion. So it's not even reality, is it? So, we get to hit this reset. It's called nature's hack. Now pay attention to this. When this simulation is overwhelming you, okay? Go touch water. And I'm talking about the stuff that comes out of your sink. Go touch flowing water. It's in nature. Or stand in the wind for a moment. Or look up at the sun and feel the sun for a moment. The system is artificial. Nature is not. And this actually will remind your body its intelligence of what's real beyond the illusion. I'm serious. Just, it shifts. Give yourself a safe word. Pick a phrase that pulls you back into the awareness when you're spiraling back into this thing, this illusion. Remember, this is just data. It's the avatar under pressure, and the player's still safe. You gotta remember that. Remember, you're not your feelings. I'm not the field they rise in. Use it like you'd use a cheat code. You know, quit game menu. Hit reset. Smokey. It's like I'm out of my body and I'm not bounded by human body and it's ways. Dude, yeah, I'm not either. It's Astro in a moment like that. It's because of where we're supposed to be. It's okay. Yo, how's it going tomorrow? So, this is a thing that's important, guys, okay? Now, we are all on the same page if we're working through this stuff, and that's that we're waiting for the entire simulation to shift, which has already happened. We have to recognize that. It's just getting the players all to recognize that. But when we have enough people remembering these things and playing the way I'm teaching you right now, and that they're in the game, and that the false system, what happens is it collapses. Because remember I said, like, energy, it's what we put our focus on, right? So this system keeps trying to get us to put the focus on this system. So when there's enough of us that continue to recognize, you're false. There's nothing left to do but to collapse, like a failed server. And here's how to amplify that. 1, share your sovereignty. 2, speak your awakening without shame. 3, every truth teller weakens the code. 4, meditate is an escape. It's hacking the mainframe. Each breath is an override. Stop feeding the machine and don't argue in the matrix. Walk away. Thanks to Tamara. Don't fuel fake news or fear loops or victimhood cycles. Disengage, dismantle, embody your upgrade, walk the code doesn't apply to you because it doesn't. Not when you're aware. So, this is not the time to fear clouds. It's time to create new code. You're not here to win the game. You're here to remember you wrote it. And now, you get to reprogram it. All right? Never forget that. It's in your hands. It always has been. Well, guys, I gotta get my dogs outside to start their day and stuff. So make sure you do one thing towards your dreams every single day. Make sure you continue to remind yourself this is nothing more than a game and do not feel a system. Make sure you realize you're valuable and you matter. You're all unique puzzle pieces, a part of the ultimate puzzle of cosmos. Peace and love. We'll see you guys all soon, okay? Peace out.